Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of July 3rd. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. Hey, I started a Patreon, and I thought you might want to know about it, so I want to let you know it exists. It only has 2 tiers right now. You can find more information in the description, and that's about it. Let's get back to the video. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot de Marseille with Blue Aventurine, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Green Aventurine, and the Tarot of the Divine with Lapis Lazuli. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you. Oh, by the way, these 2 gemstones, they are very similar color, but they are not the same. This Blue Aventurine and Lapis Lazuli. Anyway, let's see what we have for you for this week. As always, I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. This should be pretty good for you. Oh, great. Group 1, this is looking really good. The only thing that I'm not sure of is whether this Ace of Wands is causing the chaotic energy of the Wheel of Fortune, or whether it is from this chaotic energy that we can seize the clear idea that can move us towards where you want to go. Honestly, this spread is looking really good. We have 2 9s. We have the King of Coins of the same suit. And I would encourage you to just embrace the turbulence, embrace the chaos, because it's looking like it is turbulence that will either give you the clarity that you need or enable you to actually get to where you want to go. And I just want to mention this. The notion of calling the 9 of Cups the Wish card, that came later. That's Golden Dawn stuff. This deck predates that shit by a couple centuries, but it was very difficult for me to not read this that way. But I sense a lot of emotional satisfaction coming from a sudden idea of clarity. And again, if things are chaotic for you right now, I would encourage you to embrace it because it's looking like the aha moment is coming. And if not, then just be prepared to cause chaos or step into the chaos in order to get to where you want to go. But it's looking like, with the King of Coins, 9 of Coins combo here, it's looking like whatever... that you're the right person for the job, basically. You're the only, the King of Coins is the only human in this reading, so I'm definitely reading this as you. And if you couldn't tell, the Wheel of Fortune is one of these cards that I read very differently in Marseille than I do in, Rider-Waite-Smith based decks. But that being said, it's looking great. Be ready to be creative and tap into your creativity, or maybe be able... having to tap into it in order to navigate the chaos to get to where you want to go. But I think I've looped enough for now. So thank you very much for trusting me with this reading. If you want to, use the timestamps. I botched that one. Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. I see. When the scariest looking card is the 5 of Coins, this is looking like you're in good shape. Give me a second here. This should be perfect. Oh, wait. I can already tell just based on... When I remember to do it, I use this pyramid as an indicator of whether things are straight or not. All right. Group 2, I don't know if you're the Page of Coins reversed or if you're the Lady and the 9 of Coins here, but the vibe of this reading is pretty straightforward. First of all, I want to point out that every card is a pentacle except for the 7 of Cups here, and obviously the Lovers. Oh, and speaking of the Lovers card, at the bottom of the deck binding this whole reading together, since these are all coins, minus this, and the three of coins is in the middle of your reading, I am reading the lovers more in the sense of commitment. And this is what plays into the vibe of this reading of two people helping each other out, or one person helping another person out through hard times or times of confusion or hesitation or not knowing which option to choose, and kind of being there for one another. That's really the overall vibe of this reading. So again, I don't know if you're the Page of Coins reversed or if you're the Nine of Coins lady, but one thing is for sure, these are two people who are very in line with what needs to be done or what you're trying to accomplish together. All of these are coins minus this. And the important part is to either commit to the other person or commit to the common goal that you have. I think that is what can help this Page of Coins pick the right cup in order to move forward and to move through the perceived difficulty that lies ahead, and which might be fueling the hesitancy and confusion implied by the Seven of Cups here. Something I say a lot is that part of what's causing the confusion of this Seven of Cups guy is that he's afraid of picking the wrong cup. And what I always say is, just pick a cup. Just pick a cup. And it might be that all you need to do, assuming you're the Nine of Coins lady, that is to tell your page partner to just pick a cup and that you'll be there for them, even if things look grim at first, and that you're all trying to accomplish something together and to really commit to that. Honestly, the nuances between the Nine of Coins and the Page of Coins reversed that came to mind aren't that helpful and would be pretty long to explore, so I'm just going to skip it entirely. But I do find it interesting that the Page of Coins is the reversed one and the Nine of Coins is the upright one. That's very interesting. But again, this goes to show that you can get help from anyone, and that anyone, no matter how advanced you are, we all have moments of doubt, and that isn't something you ever outgrow. So it's important to be there for one another and commit. That was the final loop. All right, thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 3, Team Lapis Lazuli here. Let's see what we have for you for this week. I gotta say, all three readings that I gave, the final cut, which ends up being the top card, was really smooth. Speaking of smooth, as he turns over the Five of Wands, give me a second here. Devil reversed with the Three of Coins reversed at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting overall good vibes from this reading, despite the fact that the majority of your cards are reversed. Let me take a moment to look at these, and I'll tell you why. Group 3, sometimes when you're in a rut, you reach a point where you're kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you make a decision, and that kind of opens up floodgates for you. I have the feeling, or at least that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this reading here. I think that whatever chaos that is represented by the Five of Wands here, and reinforced by the Devil reversed, we'll get into this line shortly, it's looking like this week is a week for you to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm tired listening to this snake whisper in my ear. I have the strength. I have the autonomy and the capability to do what I want to do, to tap into the healing energy that is my birthright, and to ascend or to get the joy that I know that I can get and that I have coming for me. And it's also reinforced by this Three of Coins here. I've alluded to this before, and it jumped out to me again. Like, there's this really festive person here in the foreground celebrating and dancing while there are like demons monsters or people wearing demon monster masks in the background here. It's more of this, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm gonna tap into my capabilities and break free from this devil. Break free from the snake whispering doubt into my ear. So yeah, that's probably what gave me the overall positive vibes of, you know, because the fact that the devil is reversed, I'm reading as you know, taking off the chains and moving away from the thing that you feel you are falsely bound to. Sometimes I read the devil reversed as a particularly nasty sense of false attachment, but that's not what I'm getting from this, especially when it's flanked by the star and the Ten of Cups, even though they're both reversed. But yeah, I think that the key for you is to remember how awesome you are and to say, you know what? Enough of this. I'm gonna party. Whatever that means for you, and that is what can flip both of these cards upright and, you know, kick this card to the curb entirely. Wow, that was a mic drop. So I'm going to end the reading there. If you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps to move ahead a couple seconds. I'll see you at the Oracle card portion. All right, will I get this on the first shot? Ooh, it's looking good. This should be good enough. All right, Group A, your card is the solar plexus chakra. Finally, a chakra card. I gotta admit, it's understandable that I don't draw a lot of these because there are only 7 chakras, and the deck that this comes from has a lot more than 7 cards, let's put it that way. Anyway, the text reads, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Honestly, this fits so perfectly with all 3 readings that I gave. I'm a little shocked, honestly. And as a matter of fact, all I'm going to do, I'm going to read it again and then move on. There's really nothing more to add. How perfectly this fits with all 3 readings. It's amazing. All right. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Nothing more to say. Group B, your Tao card is Before Completion. I Ching hexagram number 64, which I do find weird because it's called Before Completion, and there are 64 hexagrams in total. This should be completion. Anyway, the key words under it are uncertainty, doubt and hesitation, loss of faith, unstable conditions, be extra cautious, and discord. So I'll square the circle this way, and this is something I say a lot on this channel. Sometimes when we're on the verge of a breakthrough, that's when all the little voices on our head, the self-doubt, will scream their loudest because those inner demons are at death's door, proverbially, and they're doing everything they can to preserve their life, you know? And you're being invited to don't do anything actually stupid, symbolized by the cautiousness, be extra cautious, yeah. But expect those voices to speak up the loudest and push through them. That's really the gist of how this card fits into the readings. The Moonology deck, Group C, do we finally have the full moon in Cap? No, we don't. We have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. Well, this is, if you didn't just watch me do Group B, which most of you don't, I'm going to say, I'll say this again. I literally just said this for Group B. Sometimes when we're on the verge of a breakthrough, the inner demons and the inner voices and the self-doubt that we have in our head are their loudest, because from your inner demon's perspective, they're on death's door. So be ready for those. Be ready to move through them, and, you know, the eternal line, thank you for sharing, that you say to your inner voice before you do the thing anyway, is going to be key for you for this week. Group D, your card is creativity. Well, isn't that a nice fit? Listen, have fun, experiment, try different things, be open to new ideas. This is looking like the key for you in order to move forward for this week, because the notion of creativity fits in all sorts of different ways for all three readings. I think it should be clear how creativity works into your reading based on what your reading is for the tarot portion. But I'll just say, be novel, be open to novel things, be open to novel experiences, and figure out how the things that you don't usually would associate with one another can work together. If the more you focus on that question, the easier this week is going to be to navigate for you. Wow, that was really awesome. So I'm going to end this reading here. If you like this video, please give this video a like. It really does help out a lot. But it's looking like a great week for everyone, all in all, even though it might not look that way at first for most of you, or at least for some of you. Anyway, y'all have a great week. I will see you soon.